Welcome in to episode 6 of our Let's Play Civilization 7 modded series here on the Maddish Moose YouTube channel. We are playing as Isabella and the Shilla Empire here in the Antiquity Age, still turn 100 of our game. Let's see what Civilization 7 has in store for us today. Here we are in our capital city. We are currently constructing wonders. Apparently, we just decided we're in a wonder building mode. So we are building wonders. We have 6 turns left on Colossus. We have only 1 turn left in our celebration, which is going to hinder our ability to get this wonder down here, which is the Colosseum. It is also being built by who is soon to be our ally, Mr. Frederick, and he's going to beat us to it. I'm just going to keep building it because I want to get as much, just get a bunch of refunded production. I don't know if that's actually the best play. Like, if you know you're going to lose a wonder, you probably should just stop putting production into it, because your return on production into that wonder is not actually all that great. You don't get a ton of that production back, but I don't know. I want to try to take a shot at it, just in case for some odd reason we could have gotten it. I think when we lose this 15% towards wonders here, I think we're gonna go ahead and end up losing that, unfortunately. So we'll redirect and get things going. We're also, peace has been established with Jose Rizal. We have 8 more turns where we're guaranteed peace before he can declare war again. He has already sanctioned us again, and we are about to forward settle him for a apparently 3rd time. So, whether he will declare war on us again or not, highly probable. We are reconciling with him right now, but I don't think that's going to make a difference after we forward settle and do all the sanctions and things like that. I am going to do one thing before we hit the next turn button, and that is I am actually going to sanction Augustus. Remember, we're trying to become allies with Frederick, and Frederick is at war with Augustus. If we become allies with Frederick, we would then be at war with Augustus. Now, whatever our current relationship status is with him determines whether that is a surprise war or not. Since we are not hostile towards him, it would be a surprise war, in which case we would end up with war weariness penalties against us, which I don't really want, because I don't want to have to invest any influence in that. I'm not too worried about Augustus actually attacking us necessarily, so I am going to hinder his finances. Why? He is making a gobload of gold, 137 per turn, and this is a 10% reduction on that. So it's cheap. I only spent 34 on it. I have enough to do it. This will decrease our relationship by 30 as long as he doesn't block me from doing it, and that will put us right where we need to be as far as being able to declare war. So we're going to hinder finances. That's going to hopefully give him a little bit of a slowdown, because he's obviously progressing very quickly. And then we are going to press the next turn button. Maneuvering troops around, our settler is in place, and we are ready to settle. So this should negatively impact our relationship in a pretty substantial way, but we have the settle limit, and we want to get the settle out to claim this last tile of this wonder. I don't love how our settles ended up here. I really wish I would have settled this 1 tile down to get access to this gold tile. I don't know why I didn't. I can't recall actually what the purpose was in settling here instead of there. I should have settled down 1 to get access to these tiles. So I don't know. And then this, obviously, this settle is really just to get, we're going to grab 3 resources, which is not bad. 3 resources is not bad. We'll make it a little town, grab 3 resources, grab this wonder tile for the extra food and production we're going to get off of it, and just call it good. It'll be fine. We can urban center this at some point. It's got some really nice potential urban center spots. So, there's possibilities for it in the future. Obviously, getting it down this late, we didn't get all the tiles that we could get, but I think it'll be fine. We also need to get this settle in up here that we planned out, because we want to actually turn this into a city if we can and get at least 1 more set of our unique Shilla buildings in before the end. We can slow play that a little bit, but we do need to at least get it down and then save up some gold to make it into a city at some point if we want to try to get all that done. We are approaching that we're at 65% of age, so we want to make sure that we're aware that time is that age progression goes much quicker towards the end. We want to make sure we're taking advantage of all the time that we have right now, and not get stuck kind of frantically scrambling at the end to try to get stuff in. So let's settle this. Mayoyama, or Miyoyama probably. And that puts a foothold right next to the Empire here. Now, I probably should be pushing towards this expedition base right away. I'm going to go ahead and grab this tile. He can't grow any further this way, so these tiles are all kind of free. I can grab these later. I'm going to grab this tile right away, And then that will hopefully then we'll go this way. But I want to grab as many of these tiles as we can, just in case we want to use them for different things. So this would be a useful tile to have. So I'm going to go ahead and grow in this direction to start. That will just lock up some tiles for us, and then we'll go back over here. Now, he could still reach to this tile. I don't particularly care if he does. We're gonna go ahead and claim up the most valuable tiles for us. That's gonna push our culture and production, which is gold for us right now, right? And gold is gonna be good for us. So that works for me. We can also then assign some resources in, which feels very nice. I believe we don't have any warehouse buildings there, but +2 food feels good in a new town. And then we can always use some llamas to fill that out. Eventually, we'd like to get more of this jade into our capital, which we probably should do even for these crabs, right? I feel like we could pull these crabs. These crabs could come out, and we could put the jade in now that we have it. So let's go ahead and do that. That just bumps our gold, which does feel nice. So we're loaded up on resources, which feels really good because we're the Shilla Empire. Every resource that we are working gets 2 culture. We're also got some trade routes out, which is good. And then as soon as this relationship goes south, and we get this relationship back up, because that's the other thing we have to do is we have to ally with Frederick. We have to get this relationship up higher. So the next thing we do is probably an open markets or something like that, so that we can up our relationship there as well. This chariot can probably now move forward. I'd like to get kind of a defensive line set up around this particular town now. That feels like a pretty smart idea. Let's take this harangue and we'll put it inside the town. Just kind of prepping for the war. We'll just put this chariot on alert. We know he's there in case we need to use him. And we will press the next turn button. 260 gold, which is not bad. But again, we're kind of saving for potential builds or buys as we go through. We'd love to be able to buy a barracks. We just don't quite have enough to get the barracks. And then these aren't particularly useful for us. But we'll check and see. Perfect. I didn't actually have to spend any of that. That's unfortunate timing. Frederick has made peace with Augustus. And that did not go well for Frederick at all. So Frederick declared war and ends up losing Ravenna, and that costs us a trade route, which is highly unfortunate because we're now in a bad relationship with Augustus that we did not need to be in. Oh man, that's frustrating. They still to this day, and they said they've done stuff about it. They need to introduce the ability for you to make peace and send them gold or something other than cities, because the settlement, the amount of settlements that change hands because of wars that nothing was happening in. Like, look, there is no reason whatsoever that Frederick should have given this away. He's got troops outside the border. They weren't even pushing the city. Like, there's no reason why this should have happened. And instead, in order to make peace, Frederick gives up his settlement, and now I lose because of that. Like I lose benefit because of that, which it just sucks. Like, there's just no reason for that to have happened. Anyway, that's frustrating. Oh well, lost a trade route. But now we can just pour into Frederick, I guess. Like, we'll grab as many things as we can with him, and then try to get our ally going. That's just such a bummer. Oh, Frederick wants to increase trade routes. That is perfect. That should up our relationship. And that should get us really close to being able to ally with him. He also wants to send us military aid, which would have been nice to bump our relationship. We don't have enough, so we'll just accept for the gold for now, which is fine. I'll take the gold over while we're not at war. I mean, I'll take the gold for now anyway. Another one. Frederick wants open borders. Yeah, absolutely. I will, again, take a little bit more gold, and I would like to be open borders. So we did not need to sanction Augustus, but I don't think it's a bad thing. He was making a lot of gold. Maybe we slow him down a little bit. Another diplomatic action? Jose Rizal would like to hinder my public morale. Perfect. Good. I love it here, Jose Rizal. Thank you. All right, we did find these borders. We're just going to keep moving along the edge here. And then this scout is just going to end up sitting right here so we can cross over into the new world right away, right? Let's get this guy. Get this guy building fortifications. I like maybe build fortifications right here. If he starts sending people up, we'll have both this harangue will be in the city. We might as well let's bring this guy. Let's start bringing this guy down. Maybe have him fortify somewhere in the back here so that he can ride out if we need him to. We might as well have our units in good position. Our general's up here, and I'm fine with that for now, because again, we're getting those 5% yield bonuses for having him up there. If war happens, we can obviously ride him down, relatively speaking, quickly. We don't have a great army, but we have positioning now. Hopefully that will work. And if we need to, we grab walls in Maoyama as well. All right, this guy was going to be in trouble, but he's no longer really in that much trouble. I'd love to get him like down here in the water, maybe. Let's just send him that way. Again, we're just breaking up fog around the edges just to make sure we know exactly where our best possible crossing points are into the distant lands for the next era. Let's set open markets for more gold. Oh, supported. Perfect. Excellent. Waiting for that number to go up so that we can make that alliance, because then we get a trade route for free to his capital, which is really nice. All right, growth here, and we're just going to grab this. That will lead us to grabbing that. That's pretty good. Another diplomatic action. Augustus is going to denounce me. I accept this denouncement. Look, if he wants to go to war with me, so be it. I mean, he does have now like a foothold right next to me. So, but if we can ally with Frederick, he would be declaring war on both of us essentially, which would be hopefully a bad thing for him. Okay, I thus think we're good with resources. 468 gold. We could. Okay, so we'll just save the gold potentially for maybe some buildings in this city, or actually what we'll do is probably save for buildings in this settle so that we can get this into a city a little bit faster, or in case we need walls. Whoa. Oh, that one I was not expecting to lose. We lost Colossus to somebody on the New World. I thought we had that one for sure. We're going to lose both these wonders. Let's form an alliance. Nice. There is an alliance, and that gets us an instant trade route with Roma, which is a huge deal. So we get an instant trade route with Roma because we're the Shilla Empire. Very, very potent. So that feels really good. We actually get to go over our allotted trade routes for that. It doesn't even count towards our trade route range. Like, it's really great. Okay, growth in the capital. This tile is nice. We're going to build on top of this tile here really quickly, but let's grab this tile just for a little bit. That's right. That's where we were putting our wonder, right? Unfortunately. Winos. 50 culture or 100 happiness. That 100 happiness would get us to a celebration right quick. I'm going to take the 100 happiness. Let's go market, and then we probably need to get our library down as well. Actually, you know what? Library first, I think. Let's get the library in. And then after that, we will go into the market, I think. 10% culture would be wonderful. How are we going to get that in? We got to pull the wool. We start culture again. Why not? Bust up some fog here. 569 gold currently. And how are we going to... We could oversettle by 1 and just go get this down. We're also at 69% age progress. It's 2 of them. And there goes the other wonder. Wow. Back-to-back turns. Frederick finishes. We're now hostile with Augustus as well. So that's lovely. We might want to redirect one of our units over here. Might be a smart idea. You can see... What is he doing? Jose Rizal! Sir! Like, look at the land! Why are you doing this? He just... I did not expect that. He just snagged the Kaolin. I mean, again, I don't care as much about that, but... My gosh, he's crowding me. We might just have to burn this down. It's just in the way at this point. Okay. We're growing down here, and we'd love to get access to this gold at some point, but these tiles are just too juicy. We just got to grab these tiles up, I think, because that's a desert tile. It's too good. It's too nice a tile. All right, well, Ulsan can build stuff again. Could we build the Oracle here? No, I think we only have the one rough tile, right? We need to go altar here before we build any other buildings, right? Altar, because that gets us our 10% reduction. So that's our first build. Okay, let's go market. And that will push us out to, I think I take this tile just for a little bit here. just to get that extra food and growth in our capital. That's the last tile on this side of the map that we can uncover. There's a cross point here. Right into, that's a quick cross point into like an island probably. That might be a worthwhile place to have a guy sit. So we'll think about that. This guy's going to come back up here. All right, this harangue can sit there. And we press the next turn button. At that 8 turn mark, when Jose Rizal can declare war again, certainly looks like he's prepared to do so. All right, 70%. And that means that we get our crisis. Power at the center, at the heart of civilization, the capital city radiates authority. Banners bearing the sigil of the empire flutter atop monuments to the power of people united. Yet other settlements distinguish themselves. As their stars rise, citizens question their place in this larger community. Does the empire truly represent us all? This may actually be very problematic for us, because I believe that this is the happiness revolt kind of crisis, and we have a settlement that is very far away from our capital, and that could become problematic for us. So villas can be purchased in towns. That's to help with combating this, and 2 crisis policy slots. So things are about to get very, very interesting, especially if these wars get declared. It is going to be fascinating to see how this all ends up playing out. Let's check our civics. I need this settlement limit as well. Let's go this way first. Let's grab that. We got access to Angkor Wat, so we could try to build that if we want. Do we bother building that here? Why not? Must we place station to a river? Can we put it in the same exact spot we were trying to build the other one? We can. All right, so we're gonna take a shot at that. 3 turns till our next celebration. We can get another boost on that. Oh, and if our wonder building, did our wonder building thing? Next turn, we can actually put in for additional wonder building with Frederick. That's what we'll do. We'll try to get Angkor Wat in this city. Okay, we have policy slot to fill. Strategic allies is definitely the one we're gonna pick for sure. Look, it's 18 food, 18 production. All trade routes between you and your allies grant food and production equal to the route's trade income. That is so good. Perfect. We need more trade routes with Frederick. That's the other thing we need to do, is any trade route we can get with Frederick, we need to get, which is why that Ravana takeover was such a pain, right? All right, we also have to do crisis policy. Oh, okay. -1 influence in settlements you founded for -5. -3 happiness in settlements you did not found. Okay, so that one's easy because we don't have any of those. And -6 happiness in settlements that are 9 tiles away from your palace. That's only 1, so that's good. I don't know how that's only -6. We have 2 settlements that are 9 tiles away from my palace. I'm relatively certain. I'm gonna take this hit. I'd rather not take the happiness hit at this point. We're actually trying to get to a celebration to build wonders, right? So we'll just keep doing that. All right, this guy's gonna head right back over here, and then he's just gonna be sitting there the rest of the time. 787 gold. Debating. Oh, he's already grabbed this. My gosh, he's already grabbed all these tiles. It's fine. We didn't have to have that. I mean, it would have been nice, but whatever. Whatever, dude. Maybe we just take this and hold it. Maybe we just greed this one. We'll just take it. I don't really need it is the problem. He's gonna declare war. We know that. Now, will Augustus also declare war? That's kind of another big question for us, right? Hence, we're holding some gold. We could buy a settler. How much is a settler? Yeah, it's worth it to build probably. Let's go next turn. Let's just see what happens. We put down Angkor Wat. The very next turn, an unmet player finishes Angkor Wat. We're not meant to have wonders. We're not meant to have wonders. It's not that we aren't trying. We certainly are. Let's just grab this tile. It's a lovely tile. It'll help us grow more. All right. You know? It's fine. They're like, no one can, apparently no one can build freaking, no one is building Oracle, but everyone is building the late game wonders currently. Awful. Okay, let's get, we need to get the library in. We also need to get the villa in. The villa might be pretty valuable from a happiness standpoint at this point. But let's go this way. We need to get our unique buildings in. So let's go library. Let's get the library down here. Then we'll go into our special buildings probably, or at least one of them. Also, these culture buildings are huge, so we just need to build buildings here anyway. You know what? We should stop trying to build wonders here. It's a very valuable city. Let's just get the buildings in, the very valuable positions. That's what we should be doing. Oh, goodness. Another wonder gets built. Mississippi River has flooded. Requires some repair work here in Ulsan, but we have the gold to do so. We repair fishing boat. Oracle. Okay, well, so there you go. I didn't want to build Oracle anyway. Look, even if I talk about a wonder, it gets built. Unbelievable. All right, Frederick has suzerained somebody. That's nice. I will support this for +6 science. Yes, we need science. My relationship with Frederick is critical. All right, this guy made it out. We haven't had war declared on us yet, so we're just gonna hang out over here-ish. See what we can see. And let's see, how close are we to this war? 1 turn before he could potentially declare war on us. He's sanctioned the living daylights out of us, so there's no use in fixing that. This guy is, I mean, Augustus hates us, so there's no trying to repair those relationships. So we can literally just spend all of our influence on this stuff, right? Let's do a farmer's market as well. We should definitely do a ginseng agreement instead, right? Just an accept. That's fine. We'll just keep pushing our relationship, try to get our numbers up with Frederick. Augustus has completed Silk Roads. Augustus has changed our relationship, and a storm is developed over here. Hopefully that doesn't come our direction. We get a celebration? Okay, look, let's just make sure we're not going to try building any wonders. Nobody has built terracotta yet. Do we dare? Oh, it's a 12-turn build for these guys, too. Oh, we could put this down where we wanted to put the other one, right? Right here. I'm going to try to build terracotta. Why not? It's a great wonder for our non-war-oriented people. And in which case, I'm going to take... We're going to take wonder building. Okay. That also gets us access to another policy and probably take the science. Our science is behind. We need more science. Let's take the science. Okay, and then let's go into the lecture hall. And we'd love some extra production if we can get it. There's production here or here in food. Oh, that's nice. Oh, this river must have flooded. That's lovely. Let's take that one. Okay. Strobiol can have another... Let's go food production. Food production there. And we should be able to get another one in Ulsan here shortly as well. We'll probably try to get their market in too, just so that we can stack more resources there. We have 1,000 gold. Let's buy a settler. We'll spend some of that gold. Now that I've done that, I guarantee you that I'm getting double war declared on this next turn. Not only that, but someone's going to build terracotta on the next turn as well. Like, absolutely, right? That's definitely going to happen. Okay, we now have access to our arena and our blacksmith, which is actually pretty important for us. Start getting those buildings in. That is moving towards us, but it should die out, hopefully. Our reconciliation is completed, and our relationship with Frederick has changed. Hopefully all for the positive. Yeah, we're like way up there at 80. I want to get to wonder construction, so we're going to wait till next turn to try to declare that. If we can, try to get our wonder. I mean, we're just helping him build more wonders too, but... All right, we get more growth here, which again, we're just going to look for production. So like this or this is fine. Or this one, actually. This one feels pretty good. Let's grab this tile. For now. Anything that gets us production, we're going to go for. We need to do the same thing in our capital too. And then for these guys, we're just trying to snag tiles now, right? So we should probably push out this way. They're far away from that. Let's just push down the river with them. All right, we get to pick a new tech. I start being picky about these techs. We need some codexes, to be honest. We try to take a shot at some of these wonders, perhaps. Maybe like Great Lighthouse or Pyramid of the Sun. Let's go navigation into the navigation mastery. Maybe we take a shot at Great Lighthouse. Our science has been so far behind. I don't know if we're really going to make any progress doing anything like that. But okay, this guy's literally just going to go to sleep. He's just going to sleep until we're ready to cross in the next age. All right, this settler's going to go up. We already know where he's going. We're just going to go settle him. We're 5 turns away from getting access to our settlement limit anyway. We're about to have... Well, we got to come all the way up through here. So we'll send this guy up along the coast and then kind of find a spot to have him sit on this side of the map. So that's going to be the goal for him. And then we have 600 gold that I'm going to save because I want to get this up and running as quickly as we can, right? With our warehouse buildings for this particular spot. Oh, we have a scout over here too. I forgot about this guy. Okay, so this guy can come back down here. We'll have him sit here for a quick cross in this direction because we don't need him to go anywhere else. We've kind of busted all the fog up. We'll have him move to this tile and then we'll just send him all the way over there on the next one. So we have three scouts. We'll get that one up and around and then we'll get him to a spot. So we kind of be spreading in 3 directions when we hit the exploration age, which is kind of what we're looking for, right? Another wonder got built. I just assumed it was the one that we were building. It doesn't look like it was. That is a lot of notifications. Oh, Jose Rizal has established a trade route with me. Oh. Interesting. Hamanga Maui being built by someone, and we just bumped up to 78%. Whereas Jose Rizal wants to be friends now. Okay, and then we're going to tell this guy to come sit right here. That's going to take 21 turns. That's fine. Is that really the fastest way for him to get there? Feels like that's not the fastest way for him to get there, but apparently it is right now. I don't really mind either way. He doesn't have anything. He's just going to a spot for the next age, right? So it doesn't particularly matter. All right, we keep rolling. All right, growth here. We can get this kale in. Perfect. Yomhei, you know what we should do with some of this gold is we should get some warehouse buildings in Yomhei because we do need to get out to these still. And then we could, but once we get out to these, we could specialize. Although this tile's really nice too. I want to work all the nice tiles here and then we could just specialize this town. If we got to get access to these though, which is still like 3 growths away and it's taking 17 turns to grow. Let's get this city up and running first before we start worrying about settlements, but they definitely could use, actually, you know what? They have nothing to grow. You know, Yama, we can pull the stuff out. We can move this over here. And then we put the food-based stuff in Yomhei. There we go. Yeah, that feels better from a growth standpoint. And then, man, the Kalen would be nice in Ulsan for sure. As with the wool, but we'll get there. We need to expand our resources. Well, we're just a turn away from doing that, right? So that's good. And then if we get the market out at some point, we can get another spot for them. We need to get more resource spots because we also need to progress our own. Let's do a quick check on that, actually. It doesn't seem like we're going to get to this 2nd level. I was going to try to build 2 more wonders. I mean, we'll still take a shot at it. We're building 1 more right now. Could probably take a shot at 1 more to get at least to the 2nd level in the culture path. Military path, we're not doing particularly well, but it doesn't. We'll get in a couple more settles. Maybe we can get here. I don't think we will. We'll just get 1 in this one. We need to work on codexes because we're not progressing codexes very fast. So we need to start focusing that. And then economically, we just need to put a few of these in. We'll definitely get this one done. And then science, we should get close. And then we're just going for a couple each in these ones if we can, right? That'll set us up well for the next stage, I think. Still busting up the fog over here. This guy's going to be ready to settle in the next turn. It doesn't look like Jose Rizal really wants to declare war. He's staying within his own borders. He's creating trade routes with me now that he would have to break. And Augustus is here, but not in any sort of threatening way. We're avoiding wars so far. Oh, we actually can settle this turn. That's fine. I don't mind taking a little happiness penalty for... How many turns would it be? It's like 2 turns, right? Yeah, so no big deal there. There's our first PAX milestone, so that feels pretty good. And we will just grow right into that, and then go after probably the sheep. Sheep unfortunately disappear after this, which is part of our kind of plan would be to get something right there, but it's still good adjacency, right? So. We need to tack out this town, probably. Something I'll do. I might tack this out, and then show you what I'm looking to do. Let's grow in this direction to start. That feels pretty good. And we can assign some resources here into this town. Now, we probably want growth here over anything else. And we are going to buy in some warehouse buildings. So let's just go double crabs here, and then we'll buy in warehouse buildings to double down on the food for that. I think that feels like a pretty good idea. Because we're going to come in, and after I tack it, then we'll put in some of our warehouse buildings, because we have a bunch of gold to spend, right? So let me tack this, and then I'll show you the plan. Okay, so I have Gyungi's tax down. You can see we have a nice rough tile here for our special buildings. We'll go out here for our river adjacency buildings. We're going to swing down here for our resource adjacency buildings. Then we're going to swing into this little nook for our culture buildings here. So this feels really nice to me, which means right off the bat, we can go ahead and purchase in at least the granary and the saw pit. I believe the saw pit is going to be more worthwhile to us because we're putting camps down. We're putting camps and woodcutters down to get out here as well. So that's why we're going to pick that particular building. But let's go ahead and buy those right away. So we'll go granary and saw pit right off the bat. That's also getting us extra food because we have those crabs in, right? Technically, we could probably put the brickyard in as well. Not quite sure where I want to put the brickyard. It's probably going to go up in here somewhere. This right here would be a lovely spot for a wonder at some point, whether this age or the next, as would this, right? This spot and this spot both would be really nice wonder spots. So we'll keep that in mind. Could we make this a city right now? Yes, we could. I'd like to grab some growth, and moreover, I'd like to not afford us that 10% penalty on these two cities while they're building buildings, right? Let's get some buildings in these two before we do this one. We want to get some growth anyway. That gets us that 50% growth rate there too. So that feels pretty good, and then we can kind of go from there. They'll grow pretty quickly there, which feels good. And then that leaves us with 500 gold, which means we could come down into something like Yomhae and go ahead and put a couple of buildings down. Like right here might be a nice spot to throw in our granary. If we're even working, maybe we have a pasture, we have a quarry as well, so we could come into Yomhae and put the granary in at least. If not, the brickyard as well. In fact, that feels pretty good. Maybe I'll spend all the gold right now just to boost our stuff a little bit. Put that here. And we're going to put the brickyard down as well for that extra gold. We might as well, right? Getting those warehouse buildings in usually feels pretty good to me. So we'll go ahead and get those down. Again, we make a tile. This tile is now being worked and it's worthwhile. And we're getting bonuses on a lot of our stuff that we're putting in. So that will hopefully help them grow a little faster too, so we can specialize them sooner. So there we go. Spent all of our gold, and we now have a 6th settlement. That one will hopefully become a city, and we will move along. 7 turns left on terracotta. If we get it, that would be funny. Narrative choice. Okay, so we can get 50 gold if we impose taxes on wine, or we can outlaw drinking near the civic center and get a +1 production on the palace. You know what? I'm going to take this production. This is 1 production for the rest of the age. 50 gold I'm making in a third of a turn. So I'll take the production on our palace. Just get an extra production for the rest of the age. A second narrative choice. Okay, intriguing. So this is it's called Nobody Wins. And we either get +1 production on gold buildings, but -100 happiness towards the next celebration, or we get +1 production on happiness buildings, but -100 gold. I'm going to take the +1 production on happiness buildings because altars count as happiness buildings. So I feel like you can get more value out of this. I can take the 100 gold hit. That's actually kind of nice for us, I think. Okay, a choice in Ulsan on what to build, and it feels like we should go after some production. Now that we have, like, this one down... Oh, we should... You know what? These culture buildings are just too good, right? I think the culture buildings are just too good. Well, some of this is taking a lot of time to build. You know what? Let's go do... Now that we get plus production on happiness buildings, come to think of it, let's go villa. Let's go villa and then into our production buildings so that we can build everything else up faster, right? Let's do that. That's a decent 6-turn build, but we'll get to our production buildings so we can get everything else out a little bit quicker. That feels like a pretty solid plan there. That also means we have to grow again, which means we want to look for production somewhere. Either is fine. Let's do this one. Oh, happiness. Uh-oh. In Gyeonggi, we probably could buy them. How bad is it? -1. We can save up for their altar. We're going to need their altar anyway, so maybe we give them an altar here in just a little bit. It feels like a decent play. Oh, Ulsan can get more production. Nice. Perfect. Hey, that gets us a milestone. That feels really good. Uh-oh. That put us to 84. Were we the... Oh, no, we were the first person to get there. Whoops. I thought someone else would have gotten there already. Not so. Not so. We are rapidly... Okay, so someone did finish Wonders of the Ancient World. That is crazy. Someone in the other continent is building wonders like a mad. So that one's done. This one's done. This one's at 10 of 20. I doubt that Caesar's going to get 3 more. Maybe. And then Great Library is going to finish at some point, but I don't, it's fine. That'll happen. But we are now at 84% on the age. It's getting up. It's going fast. Uh-oh. That means we have more crisis. The Empire fractures as once loyal settlements seek their own path forward. Laws and customs, symbols and pageantry, they are no longer sufficient in holding society together. What was once a shared identity forks like a river. Its currents bear many beyond political borders. They pledge themselves to outside power, seeking new threads of connection and aid in extracting themselves from their former state. Continue the crisis. We have another policy slot. That is going to produce potential problems for us. So we could take -6 happiness in cities or -6 happiness in settlements more than 9 tiles away from my palace. This is the best one, right? That's only -6 total. Let's check really quick. How happy are our cities? Because -6 in our cities could be doable. Happiness in... So we'd be able to maintain our happiness. If we took the cities one, we'd be okay. Now, it's telling me, I think, that the only settlement that is far away is going to be, I believe, Yeodam, right? They're at 16 happiness. Oh, that's because... Oh, you know what? It's actually kind of perfect that they have... Because they have Uluru. So they're not going to be affected by that very much. So we could absolutely put Peleus in. We just take a happiness hit, but then we're going to be fine in that particular town. Because... I always forget this town even exists. Because they're getting the happiness bonus of 15 yield from Uluru because of all of our great stuff, right? And we want to keep them growing. Ooh, we don't have a... Oh, we should buy a granary here to help them with growth. That'd be good. We're up and running. One turn until we get a little happiness boost because we'll be back over the settlement limit. Back under the settlement limit. Oh my gosh, what is Frederick doing? Frederick, you gonna go to war with Augustus? I hope you do. No one has built Mausoleum of Theodoric. There, the Great Lighthouse is gone already. Oh, Gyeonggi is angry. Oh my gosh, they burnt stuff down. That is not conducive to what we're trying to do. I don't have enough for the altar. I need to get them an altar. We need to get them an altar post-haste, otherwise they're going to be mad at me. All right, growth here. Let's go downriver. Flame up those tiles. Hey, can we get these guys happiness? It'd be nice to get these guys happiness. We want to go after this, so either of these works, right? I don't really need the culture. Let's take this tile instead. That gets them at least happiness, which actually takes care of all their happiness problems. So I can repair the granary then. I don't have to save my gold all entirely. All right, we can pick another civic. No one has built the Great Stele, the Great Steel. And I mean, like, we could build that pretty quickly, right? To try to, like, get an extra wonder. Oh, let's get access to it. I don't know. Maybe it ends up being useful to us. We need to get our production buildings in. 4 turns on terracotta. Oh, did we send? Oh my gosh. We never sent the wonder construction. All right, we'll get a boost to wonder construction. My bad. We should have done that a while ago. Uh-oh. A war declaration from somebody on somebody else.
There is another world.
I don't think it's on me. But Frederick has declared war on Jose Rizal. Oh. Well, that's unfortunate for Jose Rizal, because that means we are also going to declare war on him, because I am not giving up my alliance with Frederick. So, I guess if, look, if Frederick wants to go to war with him, so be it. We will support Jose Rizal. I mean, we will support Frederick, which means war again. Hey, Jose Rizal, you asked for this. You sanctioned the crap out of me. And now my ally wants to fight you, which didn't go well last time he tried to fight someone, but my gosh, he is pouring troops. Look at this. Holy smokes. This is going to be fascinating to watch unfold. You know what? If we could finish Terracotta fast enough, we could get our commander down here, and I guess we'll go skilled trades and up through comments. So let's make sure we have access to future civics so that when we hit those final 10, we'll be able to future civic as much as we can. And we also have, like, Augustus is really mad at both Frederick and I as well. So we got like a north-south split going on here. We got Augustus and Rizal in the south, and Frederick and I in the north, and our continent is kind of in a state of war relatively often, I feel like. Okay, I'm going to come down here. I'm going to spend some of this gold. I want to get these guys growing just a bit faster. I'm going to go granary. Let's just get the granary in really quick. Let's get a little bit faster growth here, so because we want to grab all these desert tiles. We also want to get up here and work this tile as well, potentially, right? So we're not working all our resources even. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 growths. We need at minimum 5 growths here. Maybe even another one for here and here. Oh, we can actually get out to these too. I forgot. We need growth here for a lot of reasons. Okay. Well, the more we work, the better it is. So let's get growth in there. Okay. Well, let's go. We'll send him a farmer's market. Support it. Perfect. Let's get more food for our places. Ah! Why are you attacking me? Frederick, why did you move your troops away and let me be attacked? You are rude, sir. How dare you? Frederick! Frederick's getting me into trouble. Okay, so we're going to pull back. Yeah, let's go all the way back. He probably can still attack through it. I'll run this guy around. Does he have a Halche down there? Oh, he's got a Halche down there. Son of a gun. These Halches are going to be the biggest problem, right? Let's get walls. I want to get this guy in play, but I don't want to get him in play in like a bad place. Let's leave him here for now. Let's grab access to this. Ah! Should have built walls here. Oh gosh, this war is going to be costly. Oh man, we can't do much damage to him. We didn't think of the full ramifications. I mean, it wouldn't have changed my decision, I don't think, but we might not have built walls here, though, because they're not really threatening this settlement. I should have built walls down in that southern one, because that could get dicey down there. And we also have no gold to buy military units. But we have a harangue. If we get walls here, we can station 2 harangues here, and then I think we can defend it, but we don't have much gold to do that with, so we need to be careful. Oh, he's pushing hard. Yeah, but he's going to take a lot of damage with our walls. Oh, he's attacking both these settlements. So that's a good thing we built walls here. Okay, this Halche needs to die. Can we shoot the Halche? Nice. Okay, and then that means this guy can come in and we can start running this attack. Is this guy not fortified? Oh, he is fortified. So we're just going to have him heal. He's just going to tank it. This guy is also just going to heal. Look at what Frederick did. What a little punk. He comes in here, declares war, and then just leaves. He like draws Jose Rizal's troops into my land and then just takes off. Unbelievable, sir. Unbelievable. We get more food if we go this way, but I think I want the production, to be honest. I'm going to grab this tile real quick for a bit. Although we're about to build on that tile, right? We put a specialist in. It's not a bad idea. That's a +3. It's a production, science. Yeah, that's actually nice. That's not a bad specialist. You know what? I'm gonna go with it. Go with another specialist. 1 turn on terracotta. Swell. And we have 63 influence. We should maybe start saving influence for the next age, because we are rapidly approaching. We're at Yeah, we're at 88%. This is getting... I don't even know if we're going to get this city yet at this rate. Not with this war. Please move your troops into position.
Many new ghosts cry.
After all that, we get to see a wonder get built. Not the wonder we wanted. But it'll work. Terracotta Army. As we play, well, I guess we haven't been playing such a peaceful game as I thought we were going to. There is our commander. I actually would have loved to have a unit to pack up into him, but let's get him down here quick as we can. We can always pick up this guy on our way down. So let's get him to here. Let's have this guy meet him. We'll pack and then move. Although I don't think that helps necessarily. I think you get like extra movement when you're packed, regardless of promotions though. We have the gold to buy. Why can I not buy walls? Oh, I forgot you can't buy walls outside of the city center in towns. Wow, that is such a bad oversight on my part. You can't only buy them in the city center. So we basically just have to hope they hold out. I think they will, as long as we don't see more troops. If we do, we might have to like get another unit up here to help defend this. If he wanted this, he could probably take it. Although there is a nice cliff that keeps him from doing some amount of attacking. So like that's probably what we're getting. Even if he had more units, he couldn't attack so much, right? All right, so we got terracotta in. We could take a shot at Maz. We really need to stop building wonders at this point though, right? Like we look at how many buildings we have not built and we're like rapidly approaching the end of the era. Like what have we been doing? I don't even know. We could 6 turn. Great steel. Where would we even put these wonders though? Like there's no place where I can get like epically good adjacency for either of these, right? Could put it right here. That'd get us some adjacency if we built that one. We gotta get some other stuff in though, right? Let's do something funny. Let's go harbor. Because we gotta move our harbor and our fishing key back here again, right? Let's go harbor actually. And now let's actually take production because I feel like we need it. Let's go harbor and then we'll go into blacksmith and then we'll try to finish off some of these buildings. We're not going to finish all of them. It's just not going to happen. The era is progressing so quickly at this point. Wait, I'm just going to have this guy fortify. I'm going to just let those guys keep shooting. I'm going to take shots at this guy. You know what? I'm even going to move this guy down. I'm going to risk this guy's life. If their Halche comes out, we'll be in trouble. Oh no! Our poor scout. Scout, run! Oh my gosh, he has a lot of chariots up here. We need to end that war post haste. It's fine, everything's fine. Oh, you got my scout. Let's keep grabbing all these. I mean, I'd like to go after this gold too, but hard to pass up these, and their farms too. Like it'll be good. One chariot dead. This chariot will dead on the next turn. Oh, we're getting culture for those too. Forgot. That's nice. That's nice. Okay, where do we want to go with this city next? I guess we want to extend our borders out this way, maybe. Now I think we really do need to go after codexes, right? So anything that gets us a codex, we're just gonna scroll back and start grabbing codexes. We need all the codexes we can get at this point. Okay, so we got that in, and then we're gonna go blacksmith. We're gonna go blacksmith next, and then we can hopefully start getting some other buildings down. Now here, we could also go blacksmith, right? Or we could try to take a... Oh gosh. Do we try to take a crack at a wonder here? I don't think wonders are... We need one more would be useful to us, right? We still have... No, 9 turns next... Okay, so let's wait till our next celebration at least. So let's get our production up as far as we can. We should be going barracks into blacksmith, though, right? Barracks first. And again, we'll just focus production. So we'll just slide over here for enhanced production there. That'll get that in. Okay. Kind of in a pickle. And then the other question is do we make this a city and try to get at least this in for the bonuses? I don't know if it's worth it. I don't know if those bonuses are worth it to push our other cities. We don't need a town focus here yet. And then this guy's going to move here, and then we're going to pack. And then we're going to get this guy down into the fight as quickly as we can. I am going to push this guy up. He can attack me with him, but he'll be damaged because we could double shoot him. I almost want to move this guy up as well. Push everyone up. 436 gold if we need it. Looks like we're okay here. He hasn't sent any more troops in that direction. Oh, another wonder got built. Oh, there comes another troop. That's problematic for us, as we're not be able to fix our walls. Get some culture. 7 culture. Okay, we need to fix the walls. Need to get fixed as quickly as possible here. I don't know how fast they'll repair, but that's going to become a problem. If we build... This is not vegetated, right? If we move this guy out and then buy another harangue, we could double shoot into these tiles, and that might actually be a good play. Because unless the Painted Rock Tribe comes and attacks us, this is actually protected by... Well, it's not fully. This is not a cliff, right? He could come down here. But if we got a unit back here, that might help us defend a little bit. Ah! Mausoleum of Theodoric got built. See, it's a good thing we didn't put it down. Okay, they did it. Oh my gosh, he unloaded a bunch of troops. Okay, so now we're in a smidge of trouble. Oh man, he is putting a lot of troops into this. Okay, so we need to back off again. Can only move this guy back 1, so he still can get attacked. Unless I switch him into here. Might just be a sacrificial troop, potentially. I could try to cut these guys off. I think he's going to die, but he's going to put his troops into a bad spot if he does. Oh, we can get extra infantry? Infantry strength? Let's do that. Grab some iron for infantry strength. 5 turns until we can declare peace. Oh, and you know what we should do? Gonna invest in our war. That will get us +1. We should have done that right away, right? Because that gets us +1. Well, that gets him -1 attack strength. Yeah, he took that guy out. That feels about right. We get a codex at least, and a little extra science. Oh, 10% before the age is complete. We're at 180. He's bringing in more. Oh my gosh, he's bringing in more guys. Okay, so my walls did not get to heal at all. This is becoming very problematic down here. So we could move the harangue back and then purchase another. So if we move him back this way, we should still be able to shoot that guy. And then in Yeodam, we buy another harangue. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. Let's get the harangue first. We can't buy 2 in a turn, right? So. Oh boy, it's getting real dicey down here. Lost a spearman up here. This general is ready to get into the fight. So let's bring him as close as we can get him. Promo. Let's get him moving pack. And then we could kill this guy, but we actually don't... We want to kill him with the harangue, but I guess it doesn't... That doesn't really... We shouldn't really take that in consideration now. We should just hit this guy, right? Just gonna get rid of him. Uh-oh, we got another crisis. Paradigm shift as settlements drift farther and farther from the Empire's core. The capital falters and its banners lie limp. Once the city held civilization together, now it sits as a vestige of broken bonds and archaic union. Smaller hubs find voices and grow even louder, proclaiming their singularity amid new communities based not on tradition, but customs, belief, economy, and identity. Oh, that's gonna be painful, I think. That will be painful, I think. Okay, codexes again, as fast as we can get them. Any codexes are good codexes at this point. I don't think we're taking a shot at wonders anymore. Actually, let's check. One more wonder will get us another point. You know what? I'm gonna take a shot at another wonder. It's a bad idea. Who's attacking this settlement? There's no one over here. Frederick, why are you... Frederick, do something! Frederick's gotten me into all kinds of trouble. -10 happiness in my capital. I think that works for us, right? Yeah, we're at 12, so we can at least keep happiness there. These other ones would be bad. Yes, look, I know we're under attack everywhere. Frederick has turned this whole game on its head. If I would have just unallied with him, we would be just building buildings and doing the fun things. But instead, we are not. Instead, we are defending our land from hordes of forces, and I don't like what's happening down here. This has become very concerning to me. 423 gold. I'm going to buy another military unit down here, probably. And who knows? We're going to be like the final 10 turns here. This age has gone very interestingly. It's attacking my cities. My chariot also got attacked. This is not particularly... Oh my gosh, he's just flooding units into my land. Okay, I think we just need to pull back. Oh my gosh, he's surrounded this city. Oh, we're in actual trouble. We are actually in trouble. Frederick, you punk. Can't believe you've done this to us, Frederick. This city might, this settlement might go down. I have, these are all... Might as well gain some culture from it, I guess, right? Let's grab this chariot. This harangue just has to go back into this city. This guy, I'm gonna try to get this commander maybe up in here. Oh, you know what? We should have bought a unit from here. What do we want? Another harangue? I don't know what we want to defend against this. This is brutal. Let's bop this guy back here. And let's buy a harangue. Probably need to upgrade our units as well. He's only got level 2 units, thank goodness, but... Okay. Our walls are almost gone here. That is problematic. Oh, now we can't even buy... I was hoping we could, like, kill some... Oh, boy, it's gonna get... Oh. Hey, look. There's a galley. So this is our cross point right here, then. Okay, so this guy can maybe stand right here and then heal up. I don't think we need to do anything else up here. We could. We have turns to do it, but... Okay, well, we might lose 2 settlements as a result of this little shindig. Let's play one more. Just to see how bad it is. Ah! Monk's Mound has been built. Frederick built it. Frederick created a milestone for the world. We have been attacked. 2 of our cities were attacked. Our commander got attacked. So at least our commander ate some stuff. Oh, let's get combat strength. Frederick wants to offer us military aid. I'll take that +3 combat strength. Fine, we have to put this guy at risk. It just has to be how it is. Might just have to risk this guy too. Try to get them to split their units up as much as possible. Do we put a spearman down and just try to tank, like, just tank this? Let's send this spearman back. Or this chariot back into Ulsan, maybe? Okay, so well, if it's just this guy, I think we're okay. If I don't see any other units, you can afford to just shoot this guy. Our walls might go down on the next turn, but as long as he doesn't send anybody else, we should be able to defend this settlement. All right, let's get this guy. Just gonna send him to do this. Then we'll get him back. Anywhere over here is a good cross, right? Okay, we have 400 gold. I could buy another unit here to defend with. But honestly, we almost have to, right? We're gonna have to, like, if he's gonna take this over, if we don't push it. I almost need a chariot to, like, go against his chariots. Just so we have a little more mobility. We probably should have dragged our other general into this fight as well. Oh boy. Okay. That is where we leave it. 91% complete of the era. And war. Frederick, our ally, dragging us into war. Things aren't looking great, except for yields. Yields still look great. Find out more next week. If you like the content, make sure to hit that thumbs up button and that you're subscribed to the channel so you know when we release these videos. I appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next one.